Hey guys, what's up, how's it going? Welcome back for another video on the channel. In today's video, I'll be giving you guys my weekly stock portfolio update, my update on Wealthsimple Trade. So it's been a little while since I did a video, so we're going to jump inside the portfolios today. We're going to focus on my portfolios as well as my fiance's portfolios. So we have lots of things to cover, so let's jump into it and let's get started with today's video. So the outline for today's video will be as follows. We're going to cover the portfolio update first. I'll give you guys an overview of what stocks I hold. I'm going to give you guys a bit of a bird's eye view of some of the plans and the allocations we're looking to build our portfolios because we are making some adjustments, as well as my fiance's TFSA, which I haven't really talked about too much on this channel, but going forward we will be focusing on that. And then I'll give you guys an update on the dividends and stuff like that, like we always do on the channel. If you guys enjoy these videos, be sure to subscribe to the channel and smash the like button. So the first thing I'm going to do really quickly is going to give you guys a quick little portfolio update of all of our accounts and whatnot. So this is my portfolio in Wealthsimple Trade, and it looks like Wealthsimple Trade actually is giving out free plus to anybody who I think has over $100,000 in assets. Now I'm not 100% sure about that, but there's a thing I did see the other day, so I guess I have a free plus account I can use, which is kind of interesting, even though I don't really use the features. Nonetheless, it's kind of cool to have. I guess I could use a USD accounts or something like that. I think there's some cool things, so I'm gonna have to look into that, or maybe you guys can let me know in the comment section, because this is brand new to me. I'll have to kind of check that out. As you guys know, I haven't been super active lately. I kind of took some time off. So this video update is kind of coming just kind of out of the blue here. I see like I got a plus notification there, so I definitely know I didn't pay for it, so we'll definitely have to check that out, but maybe that's a new thing they added. But anyways, we have three accounts here. We have the TFSA, we have the RSP, which is just like a dinky, I'm gonna have to readjust that because that was something I set up a long time ago and I haven't touched for a long time, so you can basically ignore that. And then we have the non-registered account at about $7,000. So the TFSA is the big one. We're going to cover this really quickly. Actually, before we do that, let's do a quick little overview of our trade watch list. So we have HYLD. These are the big ETFs I hold, so I can kind of just take a peek at the overall market. So VDY is about 0% today, and VFE is about negative to 0%. So nothing too much happening for those the Canadian markets and the US markets. Going inside the TFSA, the one-day return is, as we'd expect, about 0%. The 1 week return is slightly up. 1 month about 0% again. 3 months about 1%. 1 year we are at 7%. So even though like the markets lately has kind of been a little flat, a little bit up and down, still, you know, over the 1 year return ever since the beginning of the year in January, the markets have slow but steadily been going up, and the all-time return inside the TFSA is 13%. So once again, that's a combination of growth, stock growth, dividend growth, as well as dividends received. It does include dividends inside this figure. And I'll give a quick little update on the personal account, which I did move a big chunk inside my fiance's TFSA, which by the way, we will be talking about, and I will be giving you guys an overview of my fiance's TFSA a little bit later on in the video. But here's the personal account, so not too much going on here. All-time return is up 18%. We did sell a bunch of stocks, as we see these big drops here kind of happen. This is where I move some of the funds inside my fiance's TFSA, and that's the focus right now. And going into the future, I probably will move some of these inside there as well. I'm just kind of waiting to see what's going to happen with them. I'm not too sure. Like, I'm still kind of deciding which ones I want to keep, which ones I want to get rid of. But for now, the main focus is to pay, basically future investments are going to go inside of her TFSA. So once again, I'm going to be covering that really quickly here, but I just wanted to give you guys a quick little update on my portfolio and how our stocks have been doing. And in case you guys are wondering how much investments we actually have in total inside all of our accounts together, we do have about $130,000. That's $130,000 Canadian inside of our total holdings. So this is a quick little overview of all of our accounts. We have my personal account, my TFSA, and then my fiance's TFSA as well. So before we go any further in today's video, I just want to do a quick shout out to Blossom Social. So as you guys know, I've been talking about Blossom Social a lot on this channel. I'm a big fan of the app. If you guys already don't have the app downloaded, you guys can click the link in the description of this video. Click the link, download the app. It's 100% free to do so. There's lots of cool things on there. So it's one of the first investing apps, social media based investing apps. But one of the cool things about the app that you guys can use if you're a viewer of my channel is you can actually see all my portfolios. You can see all my holdings. You can see all kinds of cool different information about my stocks as well. So everything is 100% free for you guys to access. So if you guys want to see the stocks I hold, kind of dive into things and do a deep dive on your own, you guys can check out the app. They also released a pro version, which is a cool little subscription feature that gives you all kinds of different tracking tools where you guys can see different things like your dividend yield. You can see which stocks are paying your dividends. You can do all kinds of cool things like that. It's really cool, and it is something that they are working on expanding over time. So if you guys haven't checked that out, if you guys haven't checked out Blossom Social and Blossom Social Pro, be sure to check out the link in the description of today's video. So in today's video, one of the big focuses is going to be focusing on the stocks that I'm actually buying today, and I'll give you guys a bit of an update on the stocks I've bought recently, since it's been about 2 weeks or so since I've done a video. I've been a little bit more laid back. I've kind of been enjoying the nice weather. It's been really nice out. It took some time to relax. But one of the big focuses we do focus on this channel is showing you guys what stocks I'm actually buying. I like to be transparent. I like to show you guys everything that I'm doing on here. So we're going to be buying stocks inside my fiance's portfolio in her TFSA today. So I'll give you guys an update on that. And then I'll show you guys some of the stocks that I bought inside my own personal account at the beginning of the month. Alright guys, what's up? We're inside my fiance's TFSA. This is the account like we're really going to be focusing on. So in my previous videos, I did a lot of videos where I kind of would talk about my TFSA. So going forward, I'll still give you guys an update, and whenever I get dividends inside my personal accounts or my other TFSA, I will invest them and I'll show you guys what stocks I'm buying. But going forward, because I maxed out my TFSA room and we've kind of identified that the most logical step for us to do is to max out my fiance's TFSA, we're going to be focusing her account a little bit more going forward. So I did put some money in today. I put $800 inside of her account here, and because Wealthsimple kind of, it screws up the reporting whenever you put money in for some reason. It's showing that we're up 5%, which is not true today. For some reason, if we go all time, it's showing up we're up 8%, which isn't true. It's more likely 2 to 3%. It was like $200 or $300, and then I put the $800 in. It takes about a day or so, and then it kind of corrects that mistake. But for some reason, it does that. So just kind of keep that in mind. That 8% isn't the real all-time return. It was like $200 or $300. But once we spend the money and we kind of put it in, it's just a bug that's always been there since the beginning of time, since this app launched, and for some reason they've never fixed it. But anyways, we as you guys can see here, we do have a lot. I started building this portfolio, putting more money inside our portfolio kind of around the beginning of 10th and the 11th, and we're both focusing hard and working hard to max this out to get those nice tax-free gains. So we're going to be covering this portfolio, and it's going to be growing quite a bit. And of course, something like $800 is quite a bit of money in a portfolio that's, you know, pretty small like this. So it's gonna grow pretty solidly. Now I'm going to be using a tool today to kind of do some cool things here. So I've used Passive to basically set up the allocation of the portfolio, and I'll show you guys a quick little overview of what we want it to look like. So if you go to the portfolio visualizer, and by the way guys, if you guys want to sign up for Passive, there is a link in the description to this video. You guys can sign up. There is a free account, and if you guys are a Quest Trade user, you can also get the free premium account, so check those out if you're interested in. Once again, link in the description of the video, as well as all the other tools that I use in my videos. But here we can see the basic allocation that we're looking for her portfolio. So we want 50% or so to be in VFV. And these aren't hard numbers. We'll kind of figuring out as we go. We want 35% in VDY. My fiance does like dividend investing. She likes the idea of getting dividends plus growth. So, you know, having a high exposure to VDY, you know, we kind of like that. Like, makes sense. It's 35%. We have 50% in US markets, so I think that's fairly balanced. My portfolio might be a little bit growth based myself, but that's perfectly fine for her. HYLD, HDIV, and FTN, which are the income funds, are going to be 5% each. So small little holdings to help bring up the yield once again. Very similar to what I have inside my portfolio. And in the future, we might add another income portfolio. So it's 5, 5, 5, 5. And then we can bring VDY to like 30% and then 50% VFV. So the portfolio has tons of growth. It's going to grow over time. It's going to have dividends, it's going to have compounding returns, and it's also going to have some passive income. So it's going to be a nice, cool, diversified portfolio. And as you guys can see, the big difference between her account and mine is that she doesn't hold any of the individual stocks. Just simple stuff she can come in and do. And I've been showing her how to use a tool like Passive to kind of make things easy on her. And this is actually easy on myself too, because once you set up the model portfolios, as soon as you put money inside your account, you can actually go here and it shows you guys what stocks to buy. I mean, like, how cool is that? It's super easy. You don't have to do any math or nothing like that. It's telling me, you know, if I put $800, I just literally put that in, buy 2 shares of FTN. So we'll go through here really quickly. We're going to do these trades. So we'll add 2 shares of FTN. Oops, we're not adding there. 2 shares of FTN here. So if we go inside to TFSA, let's see, we're going to buy 2 shares. That's about $17. We'll put that through really quickly. And we might have a little bit of cash left over, which we'll just put into like a VFE or something like that once we're done. So we'll go down here, we'll go back to passive. So now it's telling us we want 9 shares of VDY. So 9 shares of VDY, we'll go through here, VDY, punch in 9 shares. It's going to be quite a bit, about $375. So that's going to be the other stock. So the main focus on, once again, are going to be the higher holdings, so VDY and VFV. Back to the portfolio, but keep in mind, since we do have so much of VFE, it might not be buying too much here. And then we want 4 shares of VFE, which is about $400. So once again, big focus on the S&P 500. Second focus is going to be on Canadian dividend stocks, growth stocks, and then a small focus on the income funds. And that was about 4 shares of VFE. So as you guys can see, it's really simple. I really like the tool. I've been using it quite a bit. It's just so simple to do it. So it looks like we're getting a limit buy. So we could just actually, you know what? Let's just go fractional buy, and we'll put in the $406 and we'll use it up, and that'll go through before the end of the day. So that's a super cool way to do it. And before we finish up the section on the stocks I'm buying today, I'll do a quick little overview of the stocks I've actually recently been buying too, and it's actually going to be more or less the same inside her portfolio, and I'll give you guys a quick little update on my portfolio as well. And going into the future, there are a bunch of different things I want to talk about, like stock lending, staking, and all these cool different things on Wealthsimple Trade. So we're going to look into some of those things in the future, and options and stuff like that. But for now, we're going to focus on this. So the stocks I bought inside her portfolio, obviously the ones we just did, but it's been more or less kind of bringing out the allocation. So every single time I put money in, it's basically making me do the same thing: buy some VFE, buy some VDY, buy some of the other funds, and that's basically what she's been doing. And we'll do a quick little update on my portfolio and show you guys what stocks I've been buying inside my TFSA as well. And if we bring up the buys inside my own personal portfolio on Wealthsimple Trade, you guys can see here since the beginning of May, we'll scroll down to the bottom here, we've been buying the same old stocks. We bought a bunch of XCI with our high income dividends. That's kind of what we've been focused on. I bought some more dividend funds like HDIV, bought some more VFE. I did add FTN inside my portfolio, a small position. We'll probably bring it up to be about 2 to 5% or so. I'm still kind of figuring that out. It's a little bit harder for me because I can't put money inside my TFSA, so I have to use the dividends right now. So maybe at some point in time, depending on if the markets go, if things go up, I'll maybe sell some assets and adjust things around. But for now, we'll just keep things the way they are. Bought some more HDIV, VFE, and then some XEI. So obviously not nothing too crazy inside my portfolio, but just buying the same old stocks. Alright, so next part of the video is going to be one of my most favorite parts, and that's going to be focusing on the dividends. Since this is a dividend channel, and it always has been a dividend channel, it's been one of the biggest focuses I always like to talk about. I'm all about passive income. Now, I do have a very growth-based portfolio, as you guys know, but I do like dividends. I do focus on dividend stocks, and I have a nice good combination. And I like passive income, and I like dividends because it's something you can focus on. It's something you can keep grounded while your portfolio is going up and down over the years. It's something you can track. You can kind of see how it grows on a regular basis. As long as you're investing in good quality stocks and you keep contributing and you're being patient and you're being consistent, you're going to see that growth. So we'll jump aside the dividend income. I'll show you guys how much dividend income I made for this month, as well as do a big kind of recap of all the dividends we made since we first started this portfolio. So in today's video, we're going to take a break from the spreadsheet that I normally use to show you guys the dividend income. I'm actually going to be using passive just to showcase to you guys some different tools and some different ways you could do this. We could also use Blossom as well, but we'll take a peek at passive here just to give you guys a quick little overview on how you can do this. So we can kind of pick some different time frames here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go year to date. Let's take a peek at how our stocks have been performing year to date, and we have some cool different information here. We're going to focus on the dividends. So our average monthly dividends year to date is $438, and this is combining all of our accounts. If we go over to the right side, the top right, we can click the different accounts here. So I'll go select all. I'm going to apply those in there, and that's going to select my once again our TFSAs and as well as my personal account. So that's pretty much all of our accounts together. We'll take a peek at them year to date, and we'll see how their dividends have been doing. So once again, scrolling down here, $438 for our average monthly dividends. Our total dividends for the year is $2,028 in total, and we can see the different stocks that pay our dividends. VDY is going to be our biggest dividend payer, paying us $674. HYLD going to be second, as well as VFE. Now, once again, keep in mind our holdings kind of matter here, so don't be confused at the yields. This isn't showing us the yields because we have such a big holding in VFE. Obviously, it's going to pay us bigger dividend payments. HYLD represents about 10% of I think about maybe like 10% of our portfolios overall, while VFE represents about 50 to 60%. So just kind of keep that in mind. But this is basically just showing us which stocks are paying us the dividends, but this is not by yield or anything like that. We can go to the dividend history right here by month and see which stocks are paying us. So in January, we made $560, and we can see the individual stocks here, the little color-coded scheme here. So once again, some of the bigger ones are going to be VFE there. February, once again, we have the same thing, $252 in total. March was $294. April was $575. So last month we actually had a pretty big month. We're basically shy of $600, more or less the same. And our big dividend payers are VDY, the red one's going to be HYLD, and then the purple one's going to be VFE. So obviously every quarter we can see the big jump up here. And then May so far we made $347 between all of our accounts. And I was actually kind of surprised it's actually that much. I thought it'd be a little bit less, but we have VDY giving us $124, HYLD giving us $138, HDIV giving us $11, POW $9, and then TD giving us a nice dividend of $65. And last but not least, I'm going to give you guys the total return of all my stocks. Actually, I should rephrase. This is the TFSA and the personal account. Doesn't include my fiance's portfolio. Unfortunately, I've yet to find a tool that can show us total return while using multiple accounts within Wealthsimple Trade. So Wealthica unfortunately only lets you hook up one account at a time. So I'd have to make another account. I don't want to pay for another subscription. So we're just going to do this with my account. And since it is the bigger account, it kind of makes the most sense. But this is going to give you guys a total return of my investments that shows stock appreciation as well as dividend income. So total return of VFE, we'll start at the top here, 6%. 36.39%, sorry. So the US markets did have a bit of a rally, even though they dipped down, about a week or so, but then we had a big rally that shot up the other day. So it's actually performing not too bad. Once again, it's not a big dividend fund, it's mostly growth. But if we take a peek at VFE, I think VFE is up about 6 or 7%, maybe even 8% year to date. So even though the markets they go up and down, and sometimes it can seem like they're going down a lot, that recovery, when it happens, you want to be invested in the market so you can make up for it. And that's kind of how the market goes. You'll get more green days than red, and the green days usually will be higher. But we never really know what's going to happen, but that's kind of what we're hoping for. When you buy into the ETFs and we dollar cost average and we just put our money in whenever we have it, that's kind of what we're doing here. The second thing is VDY here. So VDY, our other big fund, up 19%. Canadian stocks actually did take a bit of a dip recently. VDY did dip down quite a bit actually. Last time I checked, it was about, I think year to date, about maybe 1 or 2%. So it did dip down because the Canadian markets did dip down recently. So if you want to kind of invest into some of the Canadian stocks, definitely a good time to do it. HYLD, our first income fund, up 2.43%. Obviously, this is going to move with the US market, plus the dividend income helps it really get that growth. So that's been doing pretty good. TD, 12%. The banks have kind of, once again, with some of the other Canadian stocks, have dipped down a little bit. ATD has dipped down a little bit too. Same with AQN. All of our Canadian stocks, for the most part, like we're in my last update, we're quite a bit higher. But once again, this is because the markets have dipped down a little bit. So if you're in the Canadian markets and you're buying Canadian stocks, definitely take a peek at them because I think now is a good time to buy them. HDIV is at 15%. POW's dipped down. XEI, our other big Canadian fund, is down in the negative right now. Once again, that's just from the overall market dipping down. We'll buy into it. It'll grow over time. No worries there. CNQ, 15%. CTC, 6%. And their newest holding, FTN, is down negative 0.11%. Once we get the dividends from this and I start to grow this a little bit, we'll see that kind of compound and grow, and I have no worries there. Once again, just focus on getting a little bit of extra income inside the portfolio, but very much growth focused portfolio overall. And I like to show you guys the total gain so we can kind of track things and actually see the real return of the portfolio overall. Alright guys, that's it for today's video. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like usual, let me know what you guys think in the comments. If you guys have any comments. Sorry I haven't been super active on the channel. I haven't been really around too much. I really just took some time off to relax, and like the weather's been so nice. It's been so nice. I've been working so hard the past, since the beginning of the year. It was really nice to take some time off, and it's actually not too bad here in Northern Ontario. We got a little bit of weather's kind of interesting because like some days it'll be warm, some days it'll be cold, but it's just been nice to actually get outside and get some fresh air. It's sunny during the day as well as late into the evening now, so it's kind of cool. So one of the things I'm focusing on probably for the rest of May is probably going to be taking some more time off. So I'll probably try to stick to my weekly updates if I can. I'll probably more than likely do a video update next week, so definitely be tuned for that. So anyways guys, take care. Once again, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Take care, and I'll see you guys later.